Hello and welcome to College Algebra. This video is to kind of introduce myself and show you around. I'm Professor Algio at North Harris Lone Star College. So when you log into your D2L, you won't be able to do this until Monday, August 24th, but come Monday, you'll be able to log in and get all this information here. So I'm teaching two college algebras. One of them is online and the other is a hybrid. And this introduction videos for both of you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my hybrid one here. Okay, so you'll have something similar to this. And when you open it up, there's really not much here. I will have an announcement displayed whenever you do log in, just with the link to this video. And so I'm going to go ahead and go to content. And here you'll find our syllabus. The second link here is going to be to a calendar that we'll look at, and then student registration, and that's going to be for MyMathLab. That's going to be the platform we use to submit homework and exams. And then the last link is for you to access my notes and videos. So let's go ahead and just go in order. We'll start with the syllabus right here. Okay, so as I said, I'm Professor Algio here. This is my office number. The best thing to do is just go ahead and email me. If you do call and leave a message, it does get sent to me through email, but ideally you should just go ahead and email me. That's going to be the easiest way to do that. I have office hours from 2 to 3:30 Monday through Friday. Um, or we can do a WebEx by request, and do not hesitate to request to meet me on WebEx and we'll set up a time. Like I said, I'm definitely available from 2 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, but if there's a time that works better for you, I'm sure we could work something out. Typically what students will do is if they are having some questions, they'll email them to me and then I will just create a little video for them and send it back with the link. And that seems to work out quite well. But if you really want to meet on WebEx, not a problem at all. All you have to do is ask. Okay, so this is college algebra, and our like I said, this video is for my hybrid and for my online. The only difference here is my hybrid, we are tentatively going to meet on campus a couple times throughout the semester, depending on how things are going with the situation with the coronavirus. Okay, so depending on how that goes, that will dictate how many times we meet on campus. The online course, we won't meet on campus at all. And so I'll talk more about that later. Okay, so the only thing you really need for this course is access to MyMathLab, okay? So here's the information about the book and the edition and all that kind of stuff and the ISBN number. To be honest, I would just purchase it directly from Pearson. You can purchase it for $69.99. If you don't have the money right now, there is a temporary code you can use, or you can have temporary access for 2 weeks. If you are using financial aid, then you do need to go through the bookstore, and I would definitely do that as soon as possible because there might be a little delay on that. So you might want to start looking into that. The process for registering for MyMathLab, there's some basic directions on how to do that. I also have a handout on it that we'll look at, but this is my this is for my hybrid course. For my online course, you'll have to log into your syllabus and get this code right here. And so this one's just for the hybrid. But if you look on your syllabus for the online class, you'll find that same, you'll find a very similar ID for the course. So as I was saying, you can get a, let's see, you can get a, oops, sorry, this is jumping all over on me. You can get a temporary access if you need to, okay? It's good for 14 days. When you register for the course, they ask you for a code that you've purchased, or else you buy directly, or else there's a third option. It's the temporary access code, and they put it at the very bottom of the page. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see, but it's there, and so that's how you can get temporary access if you're waiting for funds to go through. As far as a calculator, really, a 4 functions fine. Really, I guess we kind of need a scientific towards the end of the course. Here are a couple links for some calculators that might be helpful. Okay, for a scientific one right here. Okay, the purpose of the course and the outcomes and stuff, I'm not going to read those just directly off here. If you want to spend some time looking at that, you can. Okay, probably one of the more important things you want to know is how am I going to be evaluated? Well, homework will make up 15%. Each lesson will be accommodated with a homework set in MyMathLab, and we'll look at MyMathLab in a moment. There will be one assignment in the last unit that will be paper and pencil. Uh, that one you will be required to either scan it and email it back to me or use one of the apps. And if you need help with that, I'll be more than happy to help you, where you take a picture and it converts it to a PDF and then you can send it back to me. So if you don't have a scanner, you can just use your phone to take a picture. I just would prefer it to be in a PDF format. And so there's apps for that. There will be 4 regular exams given throughout the semester. Exam questions are taken from the course practice sets and also from the video lectures. So most of the questions you'll see will be from the practice sets, but I will throw some concept questions in that were discussed in some of the videos. So you want to make sure you watch those videos. Now, due to the coronavirus, none of our testing centers are open. And so therefore you're going to be taking your exams with the MML stands for MyMathLab. So we're going to have to take those in MyMathLab, same place you're doing your homework, and you will be given an hour and 20 minutes to complete each exam. You are permitted to use your notes. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that and prepare. Okay, so you can use your notes, but you need to refrain from using any other resources. Okay, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle mightily in your next math course if you cheat through this one. College algebra is the foundation of all math courses that follow. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You're only going to hurt yourself if you if you use any of those other outside resources. Now, since all exams are open notes, none of them will be dropped or replaced. So keep that in mind. Don't blow off any of the exams. Make sure you prepare for each one because they all are going to count. Final exam, pretty similar to regular exams in that it will be open notes. Okay, the difference is you will be given an hour and 50 minutes. Okay, so you'll be given a little bit more time to complete the final exam. It is cumulative. Okay, course grading scale, you can see that should look pretty familiar. Sorry about the noise. I'm outside currently because my young kids are inside and they're probably louder than the locusts outside. All right. So you may be dropped for one of the following reasons. If you score 0 on 2 or more exams, at that point, mathematically, you're probably not going to pass. And then the other big one is that if you don't have full access to MyMathLab after that 2-week period. So you want to make sure you get full access. If you decide that it's in your best interest to withdraw, that last date is November 9th. Okay. Here, if you click on this or if you scan this with your phone, you can go ahead and look at all the different Lone Star policies right here. The one that I will go ahead and talk about is the ADA. And so that's for the American Disability Act. And so if you have any accommodations, please go ahead and send those to me so I can make sure we're honoring those. Here is some more stuff. This is more about the math department. And so if you click on this link or scan that, it'll take you to all this stuff here. Probably the most important one is the math online tutoring. Actually, I have a separate link for that right here. So if you click here, we actually do offer virtual tutoring And so if you look right here, this will get updated when the semester starts, but it'll be Monday through Sunday. And when you click on it, there'll be different times that they'll have rooms available that you'll go into through WebEx, and you can get tutoring that way. So definitely want to take advantage of that. Okay, the rest of this is more about the Lone Star's policy if you come on campus. And so once again, I'm not going to read from this. You can read this yourself, but make sure you're aware of what is required of you if you do come on campus, okay? Because there are penalties if you don't follow their guidelines. So make sure you're aware of that. Okay, so that's the syllabus. If you have questions, feel free to email me. Okay, I'm gonna look at the hybrid calendar. It's the same as the online calendar. There's one little difference, and I'll explain. Okay, so here's our calendar. So I'm posting uh the calendar for the hybrid. That should say hybrid. That's a typo. I'll fix that. Um, and so I have it starting on Tuesday. You can start on Monday. You don't have to wait till Tuesday. You don't have to wait. This is a suggested pacing, so I just kind of spread it out throughout the week. Okay, but um, right here we have our welcome video. That's this. Okay, and then 1.1 factoring review, and then Thursday we've got quadratic equations and so on. I'm not going to read through the whole calendar. Okay, what is firm about the calendar? You can do this at your own pace, whether you're online or hybrid. The only thing is the homework is all due on September 1st for all of Unit 1. All of Unit 1's homework. Now, I wouldn't wait, until September 15th. Pace yourself, make sure you're getting it done in a timely fashion. So that date's firm. Is your homework's all due on the 15th for Unit 1, and then the exam will be available in my math lab starting on September 10th until September 16th. That is a full week to take it. Okay. So there shouldn't be any issues about missing exams. So you have a full week window to take it. Now, this is the difference for the hybrid courses. The hybrid courses, I will be offering reviews in person um, from 11 to 12:20 on September 15th. Okay. And there's more information in the syllabus about what classroom and what building, and that may change as things happen. Okay. And once again, and it will be optional for those hybrid students. And things could change. If things start to get worse, I'll send out an email saying that review session has been canceled. Okay. Now, I will tell you these exams that I give, I don't give reviews out. So you would be coming and asking questions about the homework or videos or whatever you might need help on. Okay. And you can always send me those questions and emails too. You don't have to wait till the review session. You can email me at any time, any questions, and I'll get back with you for sure. So other than that, that's the only difference between the calendars is that the hybrid courses have that optional in-person review. I'm sorry for the online students. Even though you're in the same course as of now, you all would not be allowed to attend because we have a certain capacity with everything going on. So this is only for the hybrid students. So anyways, you can take a look through the calendar. If you have questions, let me know. I wanted to get all the exams done, hopefully before Thanksgiving. I do give you a little bit of time after Thanksgiving if you need to. And then we have our final exam the following week. So, anyways, take a look at it. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. All right. Next is going to be the registration for my math lab. So this is probably the best way to go about this. It's very detailed instructions. And so this is for the hybrid course. So if you're in the online course, you'll have a different course ID. But if you click on this, it'll bring up this document. It gives you the website. It gives you the code. Tells you everything what you need to do to go ahead and set that up. So if you have any questions, let me know, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you my math lab a little bit. So this is what it's going to look like once you get everything set up. You'll only have one of these. I have a bunch because I'm teaching quite a few courses this semester. And so it doesn't really matter which one I pick if I go into the hybrid or the online one because they're going to be identical. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. So when you come in here, you'll have your homework icon right here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. I don't think anything's posted yet, so there's not gonna be anything there. Okay, yeah, you can. Oh, it says past due because I haven't set the dates yet. So I'll be sure to set those dates soon so you can start working on that for sure. But let me see. So I pulled up a homework assignment so you can see what it looks like. So this is just a fairly simple factoring problem. And so I'm just going to put something in that's wrong. So let's see. I'm going to put it. Let's see. And here we go. So I put in 3, which is obviously not right. So incorrect. And so I can try again. Yeah, I think you get, like, it depends on the question, but you typically get about 2 or 3 tries before it says, okay, it's wrong. You're done with that question. So let me do it a couple more times so you can see. And it'll tell you, I believe it will say final. See, it says final check. So after final check, let's see, I'm gonna get it wrong again. So it says skill builder. I would avoid that. Sometimes it'll take you into some stuff that's not necessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. So yeah, I got it wrong. Well, I can do a similar question and try it all over again. I think you get about 5 attempts at it. So really you should get 100 on every assignment because you get multiple attempts, and then once you get it wrong, you can try it all over again many times. Now this is going to be your best friend right here, question help. You'll have, most of these will be available. Sometimes they don't all have videos, but most of them do, I believe. But probably the most popular one is view an example. So if you view an example, you can go step by step and it will kind of show you how to work it out. It's not always the way I do it, but most of the time it probably is pretty similar to the approach I do in the videos. And so help me solve it. That's the most popular videos. Those can be helpful, but sometimes not. But you can just check it out and see what you prefer. Now, ask my instructor. That's how I want y'all to contact me if you need help. Right now it says the feature's not available during the preview, I guess. But when you click on ask my instructor, it will generate an email. An email window will pop up, and you just say, hey, I'm confused with this or that or whatever, and send it, and it will send it directly to me. So whenever you create your MyMathLab account, make sure you put in an email address that you're going to check, okay? So if you don't check your school email very often, don't use your school email for setting this up, okay? So this software, students love it. They love that you get instant feedback, so you know when you answer a question, did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? There is a little bit of a learning curve sometimes on how to put your answers in, and any of those questions where it's pretty difficult, I actually send out or I post videos explaining how to input your answer. But for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. But if there's any that are confusing, reach out to me. But like I said, on my webpage, I do post videos on that, and we'll go ahead and look at that next. So let's see. Let me open this back up. So if you go back here, this right here is a link to my notes and videos. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So here it is, 1314 College Algebra Online Resources. So here's Unit 1. Unit 1, I was able to do in a pretty nice format. So if you look right here, if you click right here, this will open up the notes. Okay, so if you want to print it out ahead of time to take notes, you don't have to, but a lot of students like to do that. It makes it a little bit easier to follow along with the videos. Okay, and so then back here I have my videos. I try to make the videos somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes. I try not to go over 30 minutes. So I do my best on that. So sometimes I'll break up the sections into part 1 and part 2 and stuff. Um, let's see. Let's look at some of the other ones. This one I've been able to make real nice. Some of my units are a little different the way they're set up. So I still have the notes. So here are the notes. Here are the videos, part one, part two, and then here's actually a third video here. Okay. Um, so that's how these are set up, and then it tells you what homework assignments it correlates with. Okay. So every note, every 2.6, 2.7, and so on, those will all have a homework associated with it in my math lab. Now, there's not a lot of these, but there are a few where I don't have the notes that go with the videos, and I apologize, but I mean I would say 95% of the videos have. And so if we look at unit 4, you'll see here, this is when I post some videos about how to do some of the homework questions. Because when it comes to graphing, that can be challenging with any computer program. But if you watch, it's a little short, like 3 or 4 minute video showing you how to do it. So it shouldn't really give you too much trouble. Okay, I think that covers everything, at least to get us started. And so, if you have questions or concerns, the best thing to do is to figure it out early and not wait until we get behind. So, if you have any questions or concerns, if you're confused about anything, feel free to reach out, and we'll make sure we get you set up. I'm looking forward to a successful semester, and I want to do everything I can to help it make it that way.